Yeah. Man, then the nigga keep talking about some no disrespect. Come on, bro. Like, come on, bro. You's a real fake nigga. For real. Like, you's a real fake nigga. Fuck is you hating for, bro? Every time you see me, it's what up, shawty. Is that, you know how you talk. Fuck is you talking about, bro? I'm really him. I bring any type of smoke to anything in my way. Fuck is you talking about? I am him in that ring.
Lamont Roach went wild when he posted a video calling out Gervonta Davis. In the video, Roach challenges Davis, saying that if he's going to disrespect him, he better do it properly. It seems like Roach is implying that if he responds, Davis won't just hear hurtful words. He'll also face emotional scars that will be hard to heal. Roach's message is clear. He's ready to defend himself and isn't afraid to hit back if provoked. Aside from this, Roach has something to say about the upcoming fight. Since the fight is already scheduled, he thinks that Davis should not assume it will be an easy win. This is going to be a tough match for Davis and warns that it won't be a simple knockout, even though Davis is known for his strong punches. Roach is making sure Davis knows that he's planning to make the fight very difficult for him. While Davis may be strong, Roach doesn't think Davis has the full set of skills needed to be a great boxer. He thinks Davis relies too much on his power and doesn't have the same level of skill when it comes to the technical side of boxing. Even though Roach admits that Davis can land hard punches, he still thinks this will not be enough to win easily. Being a complete boxer is more important than just being a strong one. He plans to use his own skills and experience to give Davis a real challenge. If you think this is going to be an easy fight, it's time to reconsider. I know your fighting style, and honestly, you're not a great boxer. All you really have is your power punch. Beyond that, you're a nobody. Although many people have debated this fight, saying that Davis might be choosing easier opponents to protect his perfect record, Lamont doesn't want to focus on those rumors. Some fans believe Davis is cherry-picking his fights, meaning he's only picking opponents he thinks he can beat easily. But for Lamont, that's not important. He doesn't care if everyone in the world talks about these things. Staying on what really matters to him, he wants to win the fight. Instead of getting distracted by what people are saying, he's putting all his energy into training and preparing for the big day. All the talk outside the ring doesn't matter once the fight starts. For Lamont, the only thing that counts is what happens between the ropes.
Yeah. Man, then the nigga keep talking about some no disrespect. Come on, bro. Like, come on, bro. You's a real fake nigga. For real. Like, you's a real fake nigga. Fuck is you hating for, bro? Every time you see me, it's what up, shawty. Is that, you know how you talk. Fuck is you talking about, bro? I'm really him. I bring any type of smoke to anything in my way. Fuck is you talking about? I am him in that ring.
I mean, if that's what they believe, I respect that. But I'm determined to defeat Davis. I have nothing to lose, while he has everything at stake if I knock him down, Roach expressed during the interview. To make matters worse for Gervonta Davis, Tim Bradley has spoken out and launched a strong rant against Davis and his team after it was announced that Davis would be defending his world title against Lamont Roach. Bradley was very harsh with his words, making it clear that he's not happy with how things are going for Davis. Bradley has been paying close attention to Davis's career and doesn't seem impressed with the decision to fight Roach. It looks like Davis isn't going to get a break from all the criticism he's been facing lately. People, including Bradley, are questioning the matchups Davis is choosing and whether or not he's truly challenging himself in the ring. Just so you know, Gervonta Davis hasn't been able to arrange big fights with top fighters like Shakur Stevenson and Vasily Lomachenko. This might be because all three fighters are signed with different companies or fight on different platforms. It can be hard to make these big matches happen when the boxers are connected to different promoters or networks, which often complicates things. Fans have been hoping to see Davis face these top-level opponents, but so far, those fights haven't been set up. Now, Tim Bradley, a former two-weight world champion, has shared his thoughts on this situation. Davis is being protected from fighting elite opponents like Stevenson and Lomachenko. Bradley seems to think that Davis is being matched with easier opponents instead of the best fighters out there. According to him, it looks like Davis is avoiding the toughest challenges in the sport, which isn't sitting well with some boxing fans and experts. Davis chooses fighters he knows he can beat. And now Bradley even gave it a name, calling it the Tank Protection Program, referring to how Davis, who goes by the nickname Tank, is being protected from facing more challenging opponents. This is the Tank Protection Program, the 41-year-old told ESPN State of Boxing. Bradley thinks that even though Davis looks tough and confident on the outside, deep down, he wants to avoid the hardest fights. Davis and his team make sure to pick opponents who aren't as strong or skilled as the top fighters in the division. This way, Davis can keep winning without risking his perfect record. Bradley feels this is why Davis hasn't faced fighters like Shakur Stevenson or Vasily Lomachenko, who would be tougher opponents for him. Bradley also highlighted that these tactics from Davis's team have been used before. In fact, Davis is the prime example of someone who benefits from this strategy. What Bradley is suggesting is that Davis often fights opponents who are brought up from lower weight classes, making it easier for him to dominate. Instead of facing fighters who are naturally in his weight class or bigger challenges, Davis's team seems to pick smaller or less experienced opponents, ensuring he has the upper hand in the fight. This has been happening for quite a while, folks. They've been bringing fighters up from lower weight classes to face Tank. Despite all the harsh criticism Bradley has directed at Davis, he admits there is still a small amount of respect he holds for him. In fact, Bradley acknowledges that Davis is a talented and skilled fighter, even calling him spectacular. However, when he uses the word spectacular, it comes with a hint of sarcasm, showing that while he recognizes Davis's abilities, he still isn't fully impressed with the way Davis manages his career or chooses his opponents. Tank looks spectacular, but I believe that's just a facade. Let me be clear. I think he's a good fighter, but I'm not sure how great he truly is. Based on his performances and the matches he's been in, he comes across as a total fraud. Calling Davis a fraud is a serious accusation, and any boxer would likely be offended by such a remark. So far, Davis hasn't responded to these claims or made any public statement about it. With Davis remaining silent, it appears Bradley is taking the opportunity to continue making more harsh and disdainful comments about him. Bradley seems determined to keep the pressure on, criticizing both Davis's character and his career choices. In his latest criticism, Bradley argues that the only way to truly defeat Davis is to put him in the ring with someone who can not only punch, but also has a high boxing IQ. If Davis were to face an opponent with both power and strategy, he would no longer be able to boast about his perfect record. Such a fighter would expose Davis's weaknesses, ending his undefeated streak once and for all. Put him in the ring with someone who can punch back, someone with exceptional fight IQ. Now, let's talk about Roach. He has won 6 fights in a row since his only professional loss to Jamel Herring. Most recently, he stopped Firgal McCrory in 8 rounds back in June, and has received permission from the WBA to face Tank Davis. Speaking of Davis, who can forget the impressive 8th-round stoppage he scored against Frank Martin in June? That victory showcased his power and skill. Bradley believes that at 29 years old, Davis could have challenged Edwin de los Santos, who lost to Shakur Stevenson by decision last November. This would have been another exciting matchup for fans. But instead, Davis is now set to face Roach. So, will this match be as exciting? What are your thoughts on this? Please comment down below